My sister, Grace Elizabeth Hedrick Haupt, is always right. In our family, she is the original autocorrect. No grammatical errors go unnoticed in her presence. She notices everything, and I mean everything. Grace is always the first to try something new and out of the ordinary, from aggressively climbing trees to boldly plunging into the pool in her early years. She has translated that determination into how she tackles her everyday life, finding much joy in her academic endeavors. She has a fiery ambition about her. But what I most admire about my sister Grace is her unwillingness to give up. She is unwilling to settle, period. Every day, she composes herself and comes to school because this is her happy place, inspiring me and others to be the best version of ourselves. If you were to ask her what she loves most in this world, she would respond with words, stories, your stories. She constantly listens to other stories, soaking them in. But today, she is going to share her own story. Please stand to greet my sister, Grace Haupt.
Please be seated. Thank you to Lily for that wonderful introduction. Thank you to Mr. Hammond for reading my speech and ahead of time and helping me write it. And thank you also to Father Tim and my fellow vestry members for allowing me to speak today. I feel a clock ticking away in my heart, counting down the hours, minutes, seconds of my life. That might sound morbid, but I do think that clock runs on hope. I'm 5. My pre-K teacher, Mrs. Reinhardt, notices that I bump into things and do not usually mean it. I'm sorry is the most common phrase that comes out of my mouth. I elbow friends, knock the markers off the table, and become out of breath from walking down a long hallway. Mrs. Reinhardt told my mom what she saw, and my mom took me to CHOP, where a year's worth of tests began. MRIs, echocardiogram, blood tests, needles. We tried everything. Doctors crossed out their hypotheses one at a time. Ear infection? Nope. Developmental delay? Nope. Brain tumor? Nope. On a rainy December night in 2007, doctors called and told my mom that I had Friedreich's ataxia, or FA, a progressive, life-shortening, genetic neuromuscular disease without a cure. I don't remember a specific moment when my mom told me I had FA. I just remember how my brother and sister easily learned to ride their bikes while I was stuck with training wheels. How I started taking a lot of pills. How hard it was for me to walk up a flight of stairs. I still try to live my life rarely thinking of effort. Instead, I think of effort in the context of the ways people help me. In 4th grade, we as a class went to Cape Henlopen, a small camp near the Chesapeake. It was cold, yes, and uncomfortable, and I got a big black eye from falling in the ocean that was literally this big. But those things aren't what stick out in my memory. Rather, it's playing in the ocean, running around on the beach, laughing with my friends. And when I did get that baka, I remember Mr. Klein helping me to the road, and Mr. Fitzpatrick driving me to the infirmary, and offering to take me all the way home. Spending time with my teachers and friends. That's what I remember most. As I grew older, my abilities changed. When I first met Mrs. Alders, I was in 2nd grade. I could walk independently. When she became my form dean, our form dean, I couldn't anymore. I used a manual wheelchair. Now I use a power chair. I'm not guaranteed that the things I can do today will be the same things I can do tomorrow. With this in mind, I've always tried to say what I mean and mean what I say. I think regret is rooted far more in inaction than action. It's not so much the things we do that torture us, but the things we haven't even tried to do. I don't want to pretend that my life is somehow heavier than yours. My struggle makes me acutely aware of the struggles of others. I don't think life is totally defined by one's physical circumstances. Much more important than the physical to me are relationships. The relationships we build and maintain with those around us. Because of the relationships I've created, I don't think my life can be any better than it is now. Which is not to say that I don't think about how things could be different. I think about that all the time. If I had enough strength and balance to walk across the sanctuary, if my pen could move fluidly across the page, if I could easily go across campus. But I believe in the butterfly effect. the world is sensitive, and the movement of one butterfly may alter the course of the entire world. Changing one fact about myself might change who I am and who is around me. I have family who supports me unconditionally. I have a sister who makes me laugh and who will microwave popcorn on random weekday afternoons. I have a brother who will always help me and who will lift every single sporting statistic whether you ask him or not. I have friends who will wear defying gravity t-shirts for me and who include and uplift me beyond my wildest dreams. Sorry. I have teachers who challenge and help me grow, who open up new worlds for me. I've learned about the great works of literature throughout history, about the intricacies of algebra, about German unification, and I'm still learning about integrals, about Greek tragedy and comedy, about Horatian poetry. Yet it has made my inner world rich. And Mr. Herman, my amazing advisor, Mrs. Aldridge, farm dean extraordinaire, and every teacher I've ever had have shown me the way. And I see hope in all of this. I see hope in all of you. Hope is in the seemingly small, everyday things. In all the smiles exchanged in the hallways. In students supporting their classmates at athletic competitions. In holding open the door. I see hope in people's offers of help. Whether it's carrying books or providing study help or being a much needed encouraging force. I see hope in people living the stripes. Hope is such a beautiful everyday phenomenon. Every year there's a bike ride in support of FI research. A lot of you already know this because a lot of you attend every year. You cannot imagine how happy and hopeful it makes me feel to see you there. It makes me think that every mountain is surmountable when everyone you need is by your side. And I live off that hope. Hope allows me to get unapologetically excited, to celebrate the virtues and victories of others, to push past adversity, to start with the common humanity of all people. I think hope does not disappoint, reveals that hope is not just a passive feeling, but an active one. Sorry. One must work hard in order to obtain hope and in order to give it. I don't think one can ever say thank you enough. So, thank you, 1,000 times thank you. Thank you for being my friends and teachers and people that smile at me in the hallways. Thank you for shaping my life indescribably and immeasurably. Thank you for helping me lead a life of hope. In silence, let us reflect on what we just heard.